A copy is just an identical image. There is the possibility that a single virus could destroy an entire set of systems, and copies do not give rise to variety and originality. Life perpetuates itself through diversity, and this includes the ability to sacrifice itself when necessary. Cells repeat the process of degeneration and regeneration until one day they die, obliterating an entire set of memory and information. Only genes remain. Why continually repeat this cycle? Simply to survive by avoiding the weaknesses of an unchanging system.
All right, welcome, watch friends, to another installment of Custom Time. So we got something exciting here. It's not very often that I do a second incarnation of a previous build, but this was a very exciting opportunity to build something cool. So the Ghost in the Shell build was something I did a few weeks back, shared a few weeks back. It was an SKX013 based watch that I built for a lovely young lady named Marilyn, who helped me design it. And when I posted that video, a gentleman named Tucker reached out to me through the YouTube channel, which I thought was pretty exciting. And he said, man, I love that build. I'm a huge fan of Ghost in the Shell, especially the TV series, and the colors and theme really remind me of the Laughing Man logo and the Laughing Man character in the Ghost in the Shell series, and I want to do a watch just like it. I instantly was like, that's fantastic. I'd love to build you a watch, but at the same time, I try not to repeat myself too much. And he was totally on the same page. He's like, man, I actually have some ideas. Is there any way you could do a translucent dial? My first thought was, geez, maybe? I had some thoughts, maybe using clear plastic sheeting and spraying it loosely with a bit of white spray paint to make it not completely opaque, but kind of translucent. Some ideas came and went, and then it just struck me that Shapeways, the 3D printing company, gives you the option of getting a clear plastic printed material. And for the previous build, I asked Watch Custom Mod, my buddy on Instagram, to design a chapter ring that I could loom for the Ghost in the Shell build. And it just kind of came to me that what if we designed a integrated dial and chapter ring, because in the SKX013 the chapter ring is not sequestered between the case and the crystal. It's inserted from behind, just like the dial is. So we designed a integrated dial and chapter ring to be printed out of the translucent or clear plastic. We also included a few kind of details, as you will see. You don't see it as well in the day, but in the night you will see the luminous Japanese kanji characters on the dial, the meaning of which is ghost or spirit. I say he outdid himself every single time I work with him, with Watch Custom Mod, and every time he outdoes himself. This is so well thought out. This translucent dial has relief on the back for the kanji characters that I was able to fill with loom very easily. It also has the reliefs around the sides in the chapter ring to fill with loom for the hour markers. He also designed these special nubs as a part of it that can be used as dial feet. In fact, they don't really need dial feet. The nubs fit into the little cutouts within the Seiko movement holder. to hold the dial in place. I find it way more convenient than using dial feet, actually. And he designed it with 4 in place for the 3 o'clock and the 4 o'clock crown positions. And I just simply filed off the extra ones. Now, what you'll see, kind of as we keep going about the dial, you'll see the original design that I did of this. I used the completely transparent plastic. Here's a picture of that. But as we talked with Tucker, we kind of came to the conclusion that we wanted more of this kind of little bit more opaque and this kind of splattering. You see it's kind of got a little bit of a chaotic spattering of the white paint, and that is applied underneath. That's applied underneath the dial. Now, on top of the dial, I did cover it with a layer of clear coat, UV protectant clear coat, because the translucent or the transparent plastic is susceptible to UV, unlike some of the other 3D printing materials. So I used a clear coat on that, a couple of coats of that to protect the dial from ultraviolet radiation. All right, let's kind of move on. A couple of quick pointers here. We have a black day and black date wheel, and of course we went with a Kanji day wheel to go along with the theme. The hands are from an SNK 809 with the seconds hand obtained from Esslinger, a orange seconds hand. This bezel, bezel insert, the blue one right there, this is a funny kind of a thing. On the previous one, I had an old bezel insert that I had to paint blue. For this one, I got a brand new replacement SKX013 bezel insert, and it turns out when you flip it over upside down, it is a perfect shade of blue. So all I had to do was use some regular clear coat and then high gloss, and then the shimmering clear coat that I have that I'm really quite a big fan of using, and that's how I got this result on the bezel insert. And then of course I applied a loom pip from an old dial there to take care of that part. The rest of the stuff, let's go over it. The bezel itself comes from Watch and Style. So does the blue tinted double dome crystal. The case here is the Crystal Times Horology SKX013 mid-size case replacement case. The crown is a basic aftermarket SKX013 crown that I obtained from eBay. And this fitted blue, navy blue rubber dive strap, I think really completes the look very, very well. So that is the Ghost in the Shell 2.0. Obviously, since we've been sitting out here in the sun, she should be nice and charged up for an obligatory and absolutely necessary loom shot. All right, let's go have a look at her in the dark. There it is, boys and girls. Man, I think that is just such a cool result. So there it is, Ghost in the Shell 2.0. I hope you guys like it. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. Cheers. Yeah, you make it hard to do videos, dude. Whiny dog.